What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? How you feel? It's Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe. I don't know why this joint keeps doing that. Is it my light? What could it be? Get excited. What up, Bless BMB? How you feel, man? How you feel? We're talking about authorship 101 today, man. What does it mean to be an author? How do you achieve such a feat? And how do you go about life after producing literature and publishing it? All right, cool. So authorship 101 consists of, have you ever heard of have you ever had a pet? Like a pet fish. Let's say a pet fish, not any pet. You know, if you feed a fish too much, it'll die. Do you know if you feed a fish too much, it'll die? What does that have to do with authorship? Authorship is a lot like being a pet owner, okay? Authorship is a lot like being a pet owner. There is a schedule, there is a routine. There is a code of ethics that you must operate by. You can't give the audience too little and you can't give them too much. You can't always be in the mix. When you become an author, there are certain things to protect your name that you want to do and that you don't want to do. For example, you're going to want to get an LLC and you're going to want to put your name as the LLC if you are becoming an author and that's your author name, your government name. You don't want everything to be associated under one name. You want your situation to have the least liability as possible. That's why they call it a limited liability company. You want all of the work that you do to be copywritten, okay? You want to protect, you want to protect your livelihood. You want to protect the fact that your intellectual property is now in the public for the public to consume. Because a lot of people, what they do is they write a book and they put it out. And, they sell it to their family or they promote it at their church or at their mosque or wherever religious establishment they choose to attend. And they kids buy it from them, their cousins, aunts, uncles, things like that. People that know them pretty much. They might even promote it on Facebook. They might sell a few copies to people that don't know them, right? But then they sell the book to this one person. They sell a copy to a person that really doesn't care or really doesn't have their best interest at heart, right? And when they sell this person a copy of their work, this person says, "Oh, I like this enough. I like this enough to take this and steal this book. And now I have what this person had, except for now it's in my name. Now I can say I wrote it. Now I can get the benefits off of it. Now I can be the one on the cover that's pretending to have this knowledge." You know what I'm saying? So what I want you to realize about authorship is that you have to protect your work. And even if you're not going to go to uspto.gov and file to copyright your work, you can do a poor man's copyright, which is basically you releasing the book, you release the literature, you print it out, you put it however it's going to be when it goes to the consumers. You put it in that form. And then you mail it. "What up, DJ Bakes? How you feel?" And then you mail it to yourself from a post office. You don't just put it in the mailbox. You don't just put a stamp on it and send it out. You mail it to yourself from a post office. Therefore, it has that government stamp on it for the time, the date, the year. It might even have the weather condition on that stamp. It's like, no, I ain't gonna have all that. But you, peace, Sister DJ, how you feel? So you mail it to yourself from the post office, so it has the government seal on it. And once that happens, it gets to your house and you never open it. You never open it. You seal it in a fireproof, waterproof box, wherever you put documents at, wherever you hide your guns from your children at, you put that there. Wherever your social security card and your birth certificate is, you put that there. Because if someone does decide to steal your work, if someone does say, I wrote this book, and they release it, you can now take them to civil court, small claims court, however, depending upon however the amount of money is that you plan to get from this person, you take them to court. And when you take them to court and they say, well, is it work copywritten? You say, yes, it's the poor man's copywritten. And they'll say, how? And you'll show them the letter. You'll open the envelope in court in front of the judge, and they'll see the date. They'll see the stamp on it, all of that. You'll open that envelope and you'll say, well, to the plaintiff, you'll say, well, sir, if you wrote this book and released it in such and such year, how is it that I have a copy of the same exact work from 2 years earlier? Am I a time traveler? And then they'll say, well, there's no such thing as time travel. And then they'll rule in your favor. And then you'll get all the money that this person accumulated from said book, plus the rights to said book, plus the court documentation stating that you won the case, so you'll never have to pay that $34 to copyright your book in the first place. And another thing about copyright laws, they're not even respected in other countries. That's just an American thing. It's just an American thing. I think the UK respects them too, but again, it's just an American thing. So copyright laws, trademarks, trade secrets, patents, all of that shit is American. It's just American. They don't respect it elsewhere. That's why China makes what they make and send it here. That's why you can go on Alibaba right now and you can make a Nintendo Switch and put your brand name on it and call it a DJ Switch, whatever you want to call it. You understand me? You can go on Alibaba.com right now and print out a PlayStation 4 with Merch Life Gaming on the front of it. Merch Life Gaming. Now it's not a PlayStation no more. Sony doesn't own the rights to it because China doesn't have copyrights and all that stuff. That only happens in America. That happens here, man. That happens here. That's why these websites have the things they have on them. That's why you're allowed to do whatever you want on the internet, man, because the internet is the internet, man. Oh man, I'm Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parentpreneurs across the globe. I'm about to get up out of here. The kids acting crazy. You already know. I'll be back in about an hour though. Get excited, man. Get